Attention is the most valuable currency in today's world. With everyone on social media nowadays and millions of content pieces on the web, there's increasing competition for the attention of your viewers and consumers.
So true, whether you're a business owner, influencer, or an artist with your personal brand, content creation is now a huge priority. Content creation is one of the most effective ways to reach your audience now. In the past, people would use like billboard ads and newspaper ads, but social media has really changed the game.
Welcome to the Dorothy House Classroom. I'm Laura.
I'm Zoe.
We talk about everything from content creation to online marketing to website optimization and even creative strategy. And today we're talking about content creation, right, Zoe?
Absolutely. As social media managers and creators ourselves, there's no gatekeeping around here. We're going to share all the content creation tips and tricks that we've observed to work for us and why it's one of the key drivers to brand awareness.
Awesome. So we have a couple questions to get through, so let's get right into it.
Great.
How can viewers listening create engaging content for their website or blog or social media?
Yeah, great question. I think the key thing to focus on would be content structure. So, a good framework to follow would always be to start with a hook, have an engaging body, and end with a call to action or some kind of conclusion. The most important component would definitely be the hook because you have to put a lot more consideration into the wording and the visuals. If you can't get your viewers' attention in 3 seconds, they're gone. They're just going to be scrolling past. If you think about how many times you go on Instagram and how many pieces of content you go through, if you are not able to keep them past that 3 seconds, it's a make or break for your content. Laura, what would you say are the best practices for content creation?
I would say the best practices would be one, for sure, have your visuals be on point, have the quality be really good. So if you can film in 4K, that'd be awesome. Make sure that you're wearing maybe bright colors or you're doing something weird or wacky to engage your viewers. Consistency is a huge part also to play in it because if you're not going to be consistent on social media, I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but you're not going to last very long. You're going to need a content creation machine to grow that following for sure. Quality and authenticity is definitely key as well. That's probably the biggest part in your content. If people can tell that you're not authentic, it's definitely not going to convert and engage them. If someone wants to grow their brand awareness, grow their following, or become well known in this industry, what advice would you give them?
If you want to grow fast, I think the best advice I could give is to ramp up the volume of your content. So put out as much content as possible at the highest quality as possible and try and automate everything into a seamless system. The more content, the better, and definitely as you post, you're going to get a sense of what works and what doesn't work on social media or for website conversions. But honestly, it's a lot to take on, and I understand that not everyone has the time for it. So, what's easier is to get a team to handle the content for you. The Dorothy House Media team handles consistent content creation, online marketing like email marketing, ads, SEO, you name it, full website services, and even professional recording services. So, they've got you covered. How important is storytelling in content creation?
Storytelling is probably one of the best ways to keep your audience engaged for a long period of time. If you're wanting to build a deeper and stronger bond with your audience, it's for sure one of the most important parts that you need to really think about and look deeper into. How do viewers listening come up with fresh and creative content ideas?
I think nowadays it's super easy to just ride trends on social media and like copy what competitors are doing. But what Alex Hormozy once mentioned in one of his videos was that he found success with content creation once he started putting out authentic and unique content. So basically, he disregarded what his competitors were doing and didn't follow what was trending at the time, but just put out content that showed people the unique person he was and what he believed in. He provided authentic value and became irreplaceable because he was being himself, and people liked his vibe and the knowledge that they were learning from him. So I think a way to come up with fresh and creative content ideas is to just do a deep dive on what your passions are, what your beliefs are, and to just be yourself in front of the camera. How can viewers listening create content that resonates with their target audience?
Definitely listening to them. So maybe read the comments that you're getting, see what their problems are and their pain points, and maybe what they like about the content. Keep creating content like that. Familiarize yourself with their goals and their beliefs, and frame your content in a way that allows them to see that you're solving their problem. What are some tips for visually appealing content?
I think the biggest tip I can give for visually appealing content is to try and trigger an emotion in your viewers. So you can always use hooks that are like oddly satisfying and almost weird in a sense, like Laura was saying earlier. You can also try odd angles and different forms of lighting, just really trying to get that emotional response in the viewers. If you search up like aesthetic content on TikTok, you can see a lot of examples of people just doing these oddly satisfying things like making their bed or doing things like that. Apparently, consumers are more likely to stay engaged if you're giving them information while you're doing some kind of action.
Okay.
That is it.
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more.